What's up, Shredders? My name is Logan, aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we got a track from an artist named Magnus entitled Neverland, a single. Switching over to here, it's on Spotify. We've been busy. We got, 4th Street, All I Wanted, Worth It Someday, Ghost Town, Still Awake, Neverland. I'm assuming there's some similar album art here, so I'm assuming there might be an EP or something involved. But anyways, we're gonna listen to Neverland, and we're gonna listen to it from start till finish, and we're gonna hear what we think. So let's go. Cool with some vocal mods. Nice piano work. Quarter note or an eighth note kind of pulse on that kind of repeater or that oscillator. Eighth note. 2 and 3 and drum. Cool, man. No, those drums are poignant. I dig the whole vibe of it so far.
If there was a way, I'm never going back.
I see the sky, but I just cannot tell you. I smoke like a tailor when I'm off the radar. I need me a cup that's filled up with some favors. Good luck and some shades.
Really nice bass response to this, as well as I know we're in the hook, but I just like to call it as I see it, you know what I mean?
Fucker from late, my push got 6 flavors. Ain't nothing to change, right? Nothing to change, ain't nothing to change, right? Ain't nothing to change. Away when I'm like 50, sweet escape like I'm a hippie. I'll make water look like whiskey. She look like Whitney when she kissed me. Might be fiction or just superstition. Houdini's trying to trick me. Got the vision of a pitch. Disappeared like I'm a magician. They ain't around, but it ain't something. Cut the grass and ride out dumb. Fresh your bitch, your fucking sunk at.
I'm just sort of listening to the vocals and trying to make out the lyrics. Are these vocals double tracked by chance? I'm liking how there's some overdubs that are panned to the sides.
Can't get stunting, but ain't it something? I wanna go to Neverland. I won't grow up on Peter Pan. Don't know where the shit is leading, fam. I'm breathing, man. I need it down. This music's just my reason, friend. I poured it quick as feasting ends, but when my fucking visa ends, I still be in the bees. They say they paved it there. I'm with you, but who paid?
Incredibly atmospheric. Like, there's a lot going on in the stereo field. There's a lot of clicks happening in the left side, and there's some panning going on with the percussive parts in general.
100,000 off my list. List that fucking kissed it. Now just tell me who's the fixture.
Yeah, no, the percussion's going between the center. The hi-hats are going between the center and the right. That's something I haven't heard too much. It's kind of like a wishy-washy kind of sound. Do you know what I mean? Interesting production technique.
Now just tell me who's the fixture. Turn around and take the picture. Who's the pitch and who's these whispers? Shit, it ran off all my scripture. Mixed it up, then made a list. Right, motherfuckers, get the picture. Yeah, I'm right with you, I can't resist it. Fuck a comma and these figures. Get your bagel, twist your fingers. I mean, blaze up, it's the sinner. She was me, but later in her, I could sleep myself to dinner. It was colder, did I shiver? How she summer, spring and winter. Wake me up, I'm just a finger. Then wake me up, this shit's sinister. I don't talk about it, mister. I just walk around a drifter. Everything there is like in my celly. I see the sky, but I just cannot tell you. I smoke like a tailor when I'm off the radar. I need me a cup that's filled up with some favors. Good luck and some shades, but I'm fucking from late. My push got 6 flavors, ain't nothing to change, right? Nothing to change, ain't nothing to change, right? Ain't nothing to change, right? Wanna go to Neverland. I won't grow up on Peter Pan. Don't know where the shit is leading, fam. I'm breathing, man. I need it down. This music's just my reason, friend. I poured it quick as feasting ends, but when my fucking visa ends, I still be in the bees at end.
I mean, I'm liking the individual instruments and how they interact together. I think musically that kind of like the main sort of musical theme that surrounds that is really cool in that hook. And I like the vocal texture. He's obviously very, very comfortable in his own skin as a rapper. Again, and if he's involved with his production, if like everything is him, then this is incredibly well done. Obviously a fundamental understanding music theory and composition and how to string different sections together. Careful attention paid to dynamic range as well. I mean, I'm gonna level with you, like, watching this, I'm not entirely sure what this track is about. Like, listening to the lyrics and actually, you know, because sometimes I talk over them and that's why I miss it, but I tried to pause in this one. He talks about sleeping, wanting to sleep till dinner, you know, like, how music is his reason for living, how he wants to travel and do all this kind of stuff. He doesn't necessarily want it to be like the Peter Pan story, but he wants it to be like a fantasy and live that fantasy in real life, I guess. He's not happy with where he is and he wants to sort of be somewhere different. And I don't know, man. Maybe he's not sure what's real and what's not. That's my interpretation of it. I'd need to listen to this track a few times to really get the hang of everything involved in there. I'm not sure if the vocals were a little bit too quiet in some parts of the chorus. It could just be these headphones. I mean, I'm used to people putting sort of a 1 dB bit of automation on the vocal track in that chorus, just because typically that chorus is going to be the loudest part of the song, right? But I don't necessarily think that I think this was a well-written song. I think the production was just pretty good. Just, again, it could be these headphones, but maybe if we were to do like an EP or an album version of this, we'd just do a slight bit of automation on the vocals just to make them a little bit more sort of, give them a little bit more sort of clarity in the mix. Do you know what I mean? I think that it was really cool what decisions they made in regards to the pan, the stereo panning and all that of the different percussive elements. It was very smooth. There weren't any wrong notes in the vocal performance. Melodically was sound, it did fit within the scale, and technically the guy did rap pretty well. Like, I liked how he went between his triplets and he went straight into his 16ths as well. He took his time. It's a very authentic experience. But again, without repeating myself too much, this is one of those songs where you might not get everything on the first listen, so you're going to have to listen. And luckily, I think that this track is good enough to have replay value. So that's effectively my review of Magnus Mason and Neverland. I think a lot of people, you know, discarding what I've talked about with the lyrics themselves and maybe the meaning of the track, and I may not be anywhere near close to what it's about. I think the music is definitely a strong suit of this artist. I can imagine if his sort of songwriting is on point with this one, I'm assuming his newer stuff is going to be just as good, if not better, you know, just through natural progression. So if you're watching this, please do check out Magnus Mason's Spotify and various social medias and the rest of his songs. I potentially will later on today. And of course, thank you for watching this review. Please do stay cool and stay safe, and please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I'll catch you in the next review. Spider hands out.